All right, hey students, in this video I'm going to continue the 4.2 notes. This is part 2, so today we're going to talk about Pythagorean theorem in this video. Make sure you check the other 2 videos to have those notes as well. So Pythagorean theorem, this is not new to you. You've seen it before in middle school. This is applying the rule again just to review that skill. Just to review with you, sides A and B are called the legs. So anytime you have that 90-degree square, whatever is attached to it, those are your legs. And then side C is called the hypotenuse. Whatever's across that 90-degree, this is the hypotenuse. And it's your longest side as well. So let's add that, longest. So whenever you do your calculations, make sure you triple check that your C value is your longest number. The theorem states a squared plus b squared equals c squared. That means that number squared plus that number squared together should equal this number squared. And the Pythagorean theorem is used to find a missing side length on a right triangle. So you could be given A and B and you need to find C. Or you could be given B and C and you need to find A. Or missing B and you need to use A and C to find that. Let's go ahead and do these 6 examples so you can review that. So you start by identifying your 90-degree, and across from that is your hypotenuse. So that's your C value. Attached to the 90-degree is your A and B. So start by writing the formula a squared plus b squared equals c squared. And then next you're going to fill in the numbers that you have for these side lengths. So we have A as an 8, and then we have 7 as a B, and then we have X as a C. 8 squared results in 64. 8 times 8. 7 squares, 49. 7 times 7. And then now we're going to add 64 plus 49. And then that results in 113. So we're going to write 113 equals x squared. So to find out what x is, we got to do the square root. We're going to do the square root of 113 because the square root of x squared cancels each other. And the answer to x will be whatever the square root of 113 is. Sometimes the answer may be okay as just a square root notation, but sometimes you also want to just type it and find what that number is in value. So let's round it to 10.6. Okay, so that's the answer for that one. Let's try number 2. We have the 90-degree right here. So right across from that is your C value. And therefore your A and B are here. And A and B doesn't matter which one is which because you end up squaring the numbers and adding them regardless. So let's write the formula. A squared plus B squared equals C squared. And then now we're going to do A squared, which is 18 squared, plus b squared, which is 15 squared, and it should equal this side length squared. I don't know them by heart, so let me just type 18 squared and 15 squared, and that is 324 plus 225 equals x squared. If you add those two, you get 549 equals x squared. So to find x, we have to do the square root of 549, and that's the square root of x squared. The square root cancels x squared, and it just leaves you with x. So square root of 549, according to this, is 23.4. 23.4. Now, I know they give you feet, so let's just add the unit. This one was inches. right, let's do 4 more problems. We have now a 90-degree right here, and across from that is your C. So therefore, this is your A and this is your B. So A squared plus B squared equals C squared. Also, just to point out, here we were finding the C value on both. So notice that this number that we got as an answer is bigger than both of these answers. So 23 is bigger than 18 and 15. So here, our biggest number is 13 because that's the C value. So we're going to put 13 squared, which means that the answer we get needs to be less than that 13. So we're going to put 6 squared plus B squared, or X squared. 6 squared is 36, and 13 squared, I believe, is 169. And to find X squared, we need to isolate that. So we need to get rid of the 36, move it to the other side by subtracting or adding. And 169 minus 36 will be 133. So then that leaves us with the same step we had above, which is to get rid of the square root. The square, we gotta do square root. So X will equal whatever that means. So square root of 133, that's 11.5 centimeters. Okay, number 4, similar to this, we have the 90-degree, and across from that is 30, so that's your C value, and this is your A, and this is your B. A squared plus B squared equals C squared. A, we don't have, so X squared. B is 25, so plus 25 squared. And then C is 30, so 30 squared. Here we're going to have 25 squared. 25 times 25, that'll give you 625. And then 30 times 30 is 900. If you subtract these, now you have X squared equals 275. And then to find X, we're going to do the square root of both of those, and this cancels. And now you just type square root of 275, which equals 16.6. All right, last two. Actually, I think you should try these on your own, but wait, they're notes. Let me just do it real quick. So this is the 90-degree, C value, A value, B value. Pause the video and try it on your own, and then to check your answer, just press play. So we're going to have 12 squared plus X squared equals 20 squared. That's 144 plus X squared equals 400. Subtract 144. X squared equals 256, and then the square root of that, X equals 16 inches. All right, so check your answer. Make sure you catch a mistake if you made any. Let's try one last problem. So 90 degrees, and again, pause the video if you want to try it on your own, and then just check your answer afterwards. Across from 90 degrees, we have the C value. So therefore, this is A and B. A squared plus B squared equals C squared. A squared is X squared. B squared is 44 squared. And C squared is 49 squared. Okay, so then we're going to square these two. So 44 squared is 1,936. 49 squared, it's 2,401. And to get the X by itself, we gotta subtract 1,936 from both sides. So minus 1,936. That is 465, and then the square root of that, that results in about 21.6 meters. All right, so that wraps up this video. Stay tuned for part 3.